Petty crimes will disappear, markets crawling through the shadows will be brought to light. If there's a black dungeon, and if there's monster to be slain, then you know who will answer the call. The initiative, the Dungeon Initiative.
This is first.
Okay, we just got some sound. We got sound. On. It sounds like we got it. Yeah.
Editor, make sure to cut that out later.
Oh,
And if you're wondering where the next episode from the last 3 sessions, I'll be having those uploaded before the end of this weekend, so definitely keep an eye out for those.
Let me just bring that down before it starts fucking the shit.
Crackling. Oh, just it's kind of hard to see on that camera when they zoom in. Alright, everyone, welcome back to the Dungeon Initiative. It's been way too long since we've all gotten together in order to play Dungeons and Dragons together. A couple of recaps. We're playing here at Balance Martial Arts and Gaming. If you're watching us live, whether on our channel or on theirs, you can definitely support this this store here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Go to balancegamingfl.com if you want to shop for singles, packs, doubles, sealed packaging, everything. They have it all. So definitely support the store that has graciously hosted our D&D campaign for almost a year now, right?
Just about, yeah, over a year.
We're also featuring B-Res Coffee. Check out B-Res Coffee today. It's a local coffee business. If you use Captain Effie at checkout, you get 10% off today. We're still looking to get a affiliate code. We have to make a couple of steps. So if you have not hit the follow button, please follow us now so we can know that you guys are supporting this channel. If you're on the Balance Gaming channel, that's probably the wrong channel. Definitely check out the Dungeon Initiative on twitch.tv. Besides those announcements, I don't think I have anything else. Anybody want to bring anything else up? Anything you want to mention?
I mean, again, kind of apologies for, just not putting up anything for this long, holidays were going on and personal stuff going on at home for people, and we're not going to get into. So, but, thank you for your patience, and we hope you enjoy the show.
Welcome back, guys. So, since it's been a while,
We got new dice.
Pretty solid recap here. When we all left off, the main group had convened over for a wedding in the capital. This wedding is between Godfrey Stormbane and Jada Rosegold. This long-awaited event finally occurring went without issue, except for a couple of minor weird inconveniences. If you guys remember, Vesrin, disguised, appeared within the capital's castle. You guys pursued him out of the castle temporarily, only to find that he vanished and gotten away from your grasp. In the prior sessions, we also learned that there is a place east of the capital itself where they may be experimenting and creating these machinations, these humanoids that are actually machines made with
Synthetics.
artificer magic. Synthetics. Thank you. That's the word I'm struggling to find. What else? We've had plenty of side adventure with some of the characters, such as Fenrir Wolfenbane, having a vision of a possibility in the future that another Beast King creature, a force of nature, could appear and wreak havoc. Zoe Nalani claiming her place as a potential fire god. LeFay finally finding her way back home after being trapped within Eddard's Warlock Blade or Hex Blade. Yeah, Hex Blade.
Hexblade.
Yeah, being trapped within the Hex Blade along with an entire nation of people who've been trapped inside for the longest time, only for her to escape, but also open a gateway for Vestrin and his army to come through as well. Eddard, upon completing this wedding, things seemed like they were on the upswing, at least for the family and the events that had currently happened. Reuniting with Cassandra, it seemed like you were about to share a tender moment with her.
Hey, Cassandra.
Hey, Cassandra. You guys also discovered that or at least one of you discovered that there is an entire universe separate from your own that may have split off from your timeline, where a version of yourself continued on or died. So parallel to your world, there is another world that exists. But your Cassandra, or this Cassandra, with you two about to, do the deed, there was a crashing sound outside in the main hall. All the guests of the castle were exiting their rooms to kind of see what the commotion was about. And when you all gathered in the main hall, you found that the ceiling had been crashed through by some sort of meteor. But when you further looked in, it was not a meteor. It was in fact the nearly unstill body of Johnny Day Dover, who, nearly unconscious, looked up at Eddard and gasped out, "Please help me." And that's where we had left the session.
Also, if I remember correctly, if you're in the capital, that means you're actually a cousin. Yeah. All right, just making sure you have like the right character up. Okay.
Yeah.
Wrong filter.
So we pick up from this moment above you guys, and you see that in the sky, you can see the trail of this kind of like stardusty looking effect kind of rippling down across the castle. And you notice that above the castle itself, there's like a ripple in the sky, almost like a invisible force field coming into vision, and it begins to collapse. You feel this air of unstillness kind of fall over the people in the crowd, and Johnny like grasps at your arm, Eddard, and he says, "We have to get everyone out of here now."
What's happening?
You all begin to hear screams coming from within the castle. Panic begins to erupt as people start to shift and move, confusion rising. You hear men draw their swords and say, "What is that?"
Do we see anything?
At the end of the hall entrance, some of the people turn and they see a body fly across the room, smashing into the doorway of the front castle. He smashes his head into the side and cracks his skull open, collapsing dead on the ground, his armor splintered and broken. You hear a guttural laugh from down the hall as cackles begin to echo through the hallways. And screams begin to erupt even louder as chaos seems to break all around you.
Okay. And we haven't seen anything yet.
Not just yet. Currently around you guys, picture you're in the middle of the hall. You're at Sigrid currently. Fenrir and Zoe standing nearby. Fenrir kind of looking off towards the hall. He like looks at Zoe and he seems to say something to her. And he like kind of runs down the hall passage. And you guys see his like he gets like this expression of fierceness on his face, and he charges down the passage. And you guys hear what sounds like a battle start to ensue.
And who's around us? Like Cassandra?
Cassandra is there. She's not in her full armor or getup. She's in fact looking to you, and she says, "I have to go back and get my things."
Do we have guards around us?
There's not immediately guards around you. A lot of them seem to kind of be shifting into the hallway right now. And because of the chaos, people trying to run outside of the castle, they're like being pressed against the wall right now. And they're like, "Move! You have to let us through! Come on!"
And Johnny's on the ground.
Johnny's like at least like in your arms, maybe.
I'll pick up Johnny.
Who the fuck is this?
That doesn't really matter right now.
Also, do I smell any, like, do I catch any scent?
You both smell something.
What?
There's the smell of iron and blood in the passages.
Okay, yeah.
More suspiciously, the smell of blood is very heavy coming from Godfrey's room.
Okay. And you said there was no guards around us right now?
You're currently surrounded by a lot of people, so it's heavily like implied currently. You can make a charisma check to try to get some people to rally some of the guards to your side.
Advantage or anything, or no?
Advantage since you are one of the lords of the house.
Natural 20.
Fantastic.
So, how can I just like grab the first guard that I find? And
You
say,
basically you shout out, you get one of the guards.
grab them and just escort Cassandra, take them out of here. I'm going to put Johnny into his arms.
Where exactly do we take them?
Wherever Cassandra goes.
And Cassandra, seeing you, she seems to kind of like wave her hands, and you see the shimmer kind of like go over the guards. In fact, he's rallied over at least 4 more guards. So a total of 5 guards were able to be rallied to your side.
Sigrid, we have to find Godfrey. It's been a while. Geez, like what, 2 months? Fuck.
About, go ahead and roll initiative.
Roll initiative.
Yes, please.
I'll roll the fuck you die.
I want to get the fuck again.
26.
What's your roll? Okay. So if you are in the main hall, since the crowd is still pretty heavy, and you're trying to move towards the main stage to where you're going, I would say is about about 10 feet to get to where you need to go. But because there's so many people surrounding you and there's so much commotion, it's half your movement speed plus another half.
Because the natural 20, could I try something here?
You can move a full half movement. And then
If
when
I
you're
kind
trying
of shout out to everyone, like, and as I do, like, sort of like it comes out almost bestial
Mhm.
due to the werewolf stuff, and just shouts out, "Move!"
Okay.
If that's okay. I don't know.
Roll another d20 just so
Okay.
I want to see what you got.
No
If it's,
advantage.
if it's under a 10, you fail.
No advantage.
If it's above a 10, then you're fine. Just on the natural roll.
Okay.
So no modifiers.
Roll better. 13.
a good bunch of the crowd, at least immediately in front of you, they clear the way to the stage. So you have movement, so you can go ahead and move up there.
Okay.
That was your action, correct? Shout out.
Yeah, I guess that would be my action.
Okay. So you moving?
Yeah.
Okay. So you
Moving
shift
the
over,
whole-
climbing up on
50.
top of the stage. You kind of hop over the table there, and you go over to the door, and you go to like pull it, and they're locked.
And then try and like,
Sorry, turn it.
oh damn
Oh,
it!
fuck.
Dang!
I was sorry, you're going in initiative order,
I
right?
forgot.
Uh, and that would have been action, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, where's the bonus? Been way too long since I even looked at any of this. Fuck.
Take your time.
Yeah. That's the only thing I can think of. Bonus action, manifest, echo, other side of the door.
Are you able to see anything using the echo?
Not at the moment. No, I can't.
I mean, you're able to do it.
No, actually, I can't. No. I haven't leveled up that high in it.
No, I mean, like, you're able to manifest it on the other
okay.
side of the door. So, it happens.
Can I do anything? Wait, no. That would have been the bonus action there.
Not if you're blind, right?
I mean, I can't see through it, but essentially I could still use it to do something.
So you're, like, going to play the echo, essentially?
Sort of, but again, I can't see what it's seeing.
What would the echo do if it saw something hostile in there?
I mean, if I knew there was something hostile in there, it probably would attack, but I don't know what's on the other side. So, at the moment, it would probably be trying to open the door from that side.
So, you manifested it, that's your turn?
Yeah, that would be the bonus action to manifest it, so I don't think I can really do anything after that now.
19 to hit the echo.
Trying to remember what my armor is. Trying to figure out like what I'm wearing right now to make sure they have the accurate number on there. It says 22, but I think that's just because I have the Home of Gray activated at the moment, but I don't think that activates unless like I actually activate it.
What's up?
Because it was saying 22 at first, because I had the Home of Gray activate that retractable thing, but I don't think that works unless I actually activate it. So technically, I'm at 19.
So it hits.
So the echo would be 19 also.
Okay. I assume it dies instantly.
Yeah, once it's hit, like, you know,
Yeah.
it's only got 1 HP.
You can probably feel when it like disperses.
Yeah, I would notice it.
But immediately after, the door gets slammed into, and you hear like a sickening like crunch noise as something hits the other side of the door, like lands on the floor, and then you see blood begin to trickle underneath. You hear a and there's a leap and a crash into the door. Make a dexterity save.
Something for that. I really should have looked through all of those before. Okay, so. AC, so. I'll use the penguin. Dexterity save. So. The cock. 17 plus 3, so 30, 20. And then plus 2, so 22 total.
Okay, so you save managing to like get out of the way. When the doors crash open, you see the large werewolf form of Godfrey, like kind of slip through the entrance into the main hall. And why he slips is he slides on the blood on the ground, and you see the dismembered parts of Jada all over the main stage. He's covered and slipped in blood. You can see his eyes are red with fury. His fingers are completely soaked, and he's looking around at all of the people. From behind him, you hear a honestly, it works so perfectly to trick all of you. And you see floating in the air is a spectral version of Jada. Her face distorted, horns growing from the top of her head, and a tail whipping around in the back.
Fucking knew.
She's dressed in these tight leather pink colors with black. Oh, of course. And you can see that
She's
on
still
her hip,
representing rose gold even.
she has a whip on her hip,
Okay.
and she's looking at you guys. Oh, the foreplay got boring. He wasn't entertaining anyways. I got tired of pretending. The fish can float. And you guys see that beneath her, there's like a kind of like a split in the air, almost like somebody like drawing a line in the air, and then they split open, and these little imps begin to swarm into the room.
And Godfrey's out of control from looks right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So from there we go to Sigrid.
Yeah. Okay. Go. Safely go. Go.
Weapons on.
You didn't grab anything on the way out of your room?
Sorry.
She has 8 imps with her, by the way.
Also dead. Was there any damage involved with the deck save?
No.
Okay.
Sigurd's gonna take her double-sided axe, and she's gonna swing. That's it.
Okay. As they kind of swarm into the room.
Yeah.
So
26 minutes.
One moment. Yeah. I assume that hits. Waiting for this to load.
What'd you roll?
It was a 15 and then a couple of.
Okay. So
Okay, yep, that hits.
if it's like an imp or something, I imagine it would.
12 damage.
12 points of damage. And you're swinging with an axe?
Yeah, double-sided.
Yeah, you swing up, and this imp, like, kind of, like, tries to soar over your head, and you manage to, like, swing up, and you chop off his tail and one of his legs. And he's, like, flying around the air. You bitch! And blood is, like, splattering all over the crowd. You notice that people are, like...
What's that?
It says to.
Wait, did you rage?
I didn't rage. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Do I have to do that?
I think that's a bonus action to rage.
Ah.
It should say on
rage,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering.
I like
Okay.
your tote bag.
If I remember correctly.
Thank
I
you.
think that's what she
So
drew
then,
on the picture.
it's like a mystery thing. Should I take that one?
Okay.
Why don't I get the mystery cups that they have at Emerald?
Mystery
The
cup.
dice cup. And it comes
Okay.
with dice, or a D20 at least. And it's like $20, you get a mystery bag, and you can just get any dice, just to add in,
Okay.
shake it, and toss it. It's really cool.
She essentially drew that.
Really cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's this too. Speaking with another metal processor.
Okay. Yeah. Love that.
I'm gonna do another.
She's using cleave.
Quick note, when you sliced into the imp, and he started to bleed everywhere, the blood is like splattering across the crowd, and you notice some people start to kind of like clamor, and they start to singe their skin. And they all cackle and laugh, and they're just like, do it again!
The look on your face right now.
Like, damn.
I mean, they're imps, I guess, you know.
I actually
Yeah.
added that feature to them.
It's the DM's imps, you know.
Now what?
She's gonna. Do it.
Okay, swipe. Hit. How many?
12 points of damage.
So you see him like spraying, he's cackling and laughing at you, he's like, do it again, do it again, watching all the people get burned by its blood, and then it's and he slices its head in half. And it lands on the table. I assume you're a little more careful with your swing to kind of direct it. Some of the blood does kind of splatter out, but it doesn't land on anybody.
Okay.
It lands down on the table.
Oh, you killed our brother! You're gonna die! You're gonna die!
And from there we go over to Godfrey.
Maybe.
Oh my god, there's a fucking one. She's real hard.
Oda was in the room, right?
Oh no. Last I remember, Zoe put her to bed while Edward went to fight Cassandra, I think.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I know it.
So
Unless she woke up and was in that room also.
Godfrey, in his form, yeah, he looks straight ahead into the crowd, and he leaps forward in between it, and he just starts swiping at people.
I think they had something here that. I know I had something. He said he leaped away from us.
He like leapt over the main stage into the crowd.
Would that have provoked attack of opportunity?
Yes, it would.
I'm going to essentially, I guess, he goes to jump, just try to cut the back of his leg to keep him from. Not sure if that will keep him from actually going
If
anywhere.
he's already leapt in the air, you're gonna do damage, but it's not gonna stop him.
But 24.
24 hits. How much?
24 slashing and then 5 force.
Alright, so you see him leap up in the air, you swipe out, and you kind of catch him along the side of his leg. He lands and just kind of seems like unbothered by this, and he just starts mauling at people. Like he slices out and cuts somebody in half, and then he like reaches over and like sticks his like nails into someone else's stomach, lifts them up, and then just kind of like pulls their intestines out. And as they collapse down on the ground, you notice that it's just one of the silver stains.
Silver stain, like,
Just one of his people.
okay.
Chaos continues to erupt as people are trying to flee in any direction that they can find an exit.
Okay.
Make perception checks. Yep.
17.
17 and a 19. So very faintly down the passage to the right, you can hear like the shouts and screaming, but amongst them you can hear the small voice of Ona saying, "No, leave me alone!" Outside of the castle, you guys can hear like a large like roar coming from some sort of unknown creature, followed by these heavy and guards are just like, "Come on, man! Crack the Felix! Watch out!" And you see like fire kind of erupting outside, And then from down the passage, you see that there's like these red demon-like creatures that have been like splattered and flattened against the ground. As you see Fenrir pounce on top of one of them and like rip their throat out. He like stands and he looks at you, and he says, "Go help Ona. I'll get the others." And like he turns and he goes outside, and as he runs out, you see that he changes into his large bestial form, and he seems to get into a fight with something outside the castle.
Okay.
Zoe at the center of the room. You can see that she like consults Eris, and she looks to you, and she says, "I'm gonna go help Ona."
Sigrid, you go with her. I'll try to control Godfrey.
And sure enough, Zoe takes off in that direction, and down the hallway. Top of the order, we go to Eddard.
I forget. Is it a bonus action or action for Eddard to turn into his lichen form?
Bonus action.
Okay. So I'm going to do that. They start running towards Godfrey. How far is he?
Godfrey, right now, from where you're standing, he's like 10 feet in front of you. He's in the middle of the hall.
Okay. I'll try to get in between him and anyone else. And is there like a different room nearby? Like away from people?
One more time.
Is there a room nearby away from people?
I mean, the closest room would be the King's Chamber, which is like right behind you, where he came from.
Right. Get in between him and anyone else. I'm just gonna try to grab him, start pushing him back in toward the room.
Okay. Make a strength check. Probably gonna be contested.
I mean, hold on. I think I used those stats. So maybe it's better. Maybe it's better. Let me find the stats real quick. Where are you? I really should have had all this prepared. I think I'm gonna have to look it up. I have it on here. Okay, so 6.
Yeah, you run up, grab him, you start to push, and this thing, Godfrey like looks down at you, and you can hear him kind of like in the guttural, like growling voice say, "She's dead because of me. I lost everything."
This isn't you. And just kind of turn toward everyone else.
And people begin to kind of like scatter. Most of the hall is clear. except for some of the imps kind of chasing people down the passages and such. A lot of them go running outside, and you can see that like they look over and they see something happening outside, and they turn and run the other way.
I think that's my action, basically, right?
Currently, yes.
People more time, I'm going to use action surge
Okay.
to take an additional action to try to push them into that room.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Yeah. So you shout at the people, they scatter, and then you hear him say this, and this isn't you! And you shove him, kind of like pushing him up onto the stage. What's your movement speed currently?
I believe it's 50,
Half that.
so 25.
So you manage to kind of like shove him onto the stage, kind of roll over, and like when you stand, you like shove him into the room. And he like kind of catches himself and just kind of like stares at you from the middle of the room. You notice that inside it seems like there was some sort of fight that happened prior to this too, as like the bed sheets seem to be thrown all around. There's blood everywhere from Jada and her death. The rifts that were created under Jada, who's now still floating in the air above him. You notice that they're still kind of there and rippling.
Okay.
And she sees you and she says, "Do you ever consider running? I must say, this is one of those rare opportunities and I'm feeling kind of kind. You did have your chance after all. It could have been you, serving me."
Never mind. I had to think for a minute, like, wait, what was this?
She's basically implying that if you had taken the position that
Oh.
he was in, it could have been you.
Yeah. No.
And she like takes
Too much pink.
the whip off of her hip. She extends it and she cracks it across Godfrey's back.
Godfrey's still within 5 feet of me.
If you shoved him into the room, I'd say you've got about 5 feet between. Was it still your turn? Or
I mean,
you have anything else you can do?
technically, yeah, I do. I can impose disadvantage if she's looking to hit him with that, as long as he's within 5 feet.
You move the max that you could. Yeah, I'd say he's within 5 feet, so you're imposing disadvantage.
Yeah. That I would still have the shield and stuff. We'll be back.
Yeah, yeah. So she goes to like swing this thing, right? And just for effect here, let's say that like instead of like using the shield, because obviously he's really tall, right? Instead of using the shield, you might just cast like an Eldritch Blast and like
Okay.
midair, just like deflected. And she's like kind of smiling at you. You're so defiant. How about 2 more cracks? She like flashes out again. It seems like she settles for the 1 crack of the whip as it smacks across his back, and he just like you see his eyes kind of go from red, flashing this purple color, and he seems more focused and bloodthirsty on you. I'll let him do all the fighting, and he suddenly lunges forward and strikes at you. Have you taken any damage at all? You have your full hit points?
Yeah. Well, it's higher now because the leg formed. No, I haven't taken any damage at any point.
Oh, it's perfect. 14 doesn't hit, right?
No.
How about a 20?
Yeah.
20 would strike. You don't have to close it, just.
Let me just do the sound.
Yes, you do. 11 points of slashing damage,
Okay.
and then you need to make a strength saving throw.
12.
You fail, and you get knocked to the ground. Prone.
Okay.
You can feel like the drool coming from his mouth, like dripping over your neck, as you can feel his hot breath getting close to your head. Out in the hallway, you can hear more chaos. Sigrid, you went after Zoe, right?
Yeah.
You haven't moved yet, have you? Or gone after her? You said you were going in that direction.
Yeah.
Okay. So, you're about to get swarmed by imps. So you notice that the remaining swarm that's above you, like they see all the people leaving, and they're like, ah, no fun, get her! And they like start to kind of like dive bomb in your direction, but you notice that 2 of them hang back, and they seem to vanish.
Like scared.
Alright, first one coming at you. I don't assume a 9 is gonna hit. He like swings at you with what looks like a stinger at the end of his tail, like a scorpion. Do you have a reaction? Yes, you can. And you're gonna play in that corner, okay? No, that corner over there. Who's gonna close the door?
Oh, beast tail.
Yeah.
Up to you.
On the tail, and just like,
If that's an ability you have, you can use it. Yeah, most definitely.
You got your charge.
Do you have to be in a beast form, or you can like shift parts of your body essentially? What'd you say?
If you have your charging phone.
so if I can throw a lashing spiny tail.
Huh?
So like, and
Which part? Okay.
and then
Yeah, you grow a lashing spiny tail that deals 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage to hit, and it has the reach property. Spiny tail. Oh, interesting. Is that a homebrew thing?
Sounds like it.
Okay.
Streaming, so we have another viewer.
What?
Streaming, so on my phone, we have another viewer.
Ah, okay. You can describe it however you want it to look.
Fuzzy tail, no hair, just a naked tail. Maybe you're like one of those naked cats.
God, your beast form's like naked
So
mole
gross.
rats.
That'd be so gross.
I mean, technically, from how she's
Aren't you like a were something? Like you're not even a
She's
werewolf.
a,
You're
she's
she's
like
a hybrid. She's a hybrid.
hybrid
she's a
of like
werewolf.
werewolf and wereshark.
She has the
Because
gills
the
of a
parents.
shark.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So
And
the first one took a swipe at you, and you're gonna hit it with a tail. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Oh, roll a d8.
Yes, D8.
3. Equal the number rolled.
It just hits. It just hits it.
Yeah.
How much total?
There's probably bonus for AC equal to the number rolled.
Oh, of course it. Moves away. You are lashing, spiny tail. Deals 1d8 plus 3 piercing damage on the tail and has the reach property.
Oh, so if I roll the 3, it's 6.
So yeah. Next time you gotta roll for the damage. That's
Okay.
it. Actually hit, but you're okay. So yeah, it takes a sting at you with a stinger. And another one goes to sting you, and it gets a nat 20.
Wait, did you rate? Wait, no, it's not even your turn yet. Yeah, make
I'm
sure.
getting there.
Yeah, make sure you rage,
I
man.
know.
You're a barbarian.
Oh, she's
10
about to.
points of piercing damage. Plus an additional 9 points of poison damage. Alright. Another one coming at you. 22 to hit. 7 points of piercing damage. 8 points of poison damage.
Just do the spin attack on your turn. Spin around and cut off their heads.
And because they're all bunched up together, I gave them pack tactics. Nat 20 on this next one.
God dang it, man. Did she only do one reaction?
Per turn, yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
11. Oh, wait. 14 points of piercing damage. Plus 5 points of poison damage.
Should have raged.
And the last visible imp coming at you is going to miss with a 14.
Oh, what? One of them finally missed?
Alright, from there we go over to Sigrid. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 imps currently surrounding you.
I would like to break.
Go ahead.
The camera. They not hear you. What would you
Yeah,
like to
shout it.
do?
I gotta shout it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You're a barbarian. dude.
I would like to rage!
Let's go! But then I think you mark
That's
off.
actually how she's gonna yell too. Ah!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I think you mark
Oh,
off
annoying
something
users
for
are
it.
poking your back right now.
Rage.
Yeah. And as long as you're attacking or get hit, like he'll keep going. I think for like a minute or something.
Kind of want to rage.
Yeah. Yasha. Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be my first rage.
Because you didn't even get to do that in the first time you played. Great.
Hopefully. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. Ah!
So, here you go. So what are you doing? You got 5 guys surrounding you right now. They're flying and they're really annoying.
There's some fast food chains here. 5 guys. Oh.
What?
Nothing.
You know that.
Is there a way she can like grab one and just like
Ask him.
just like break them apart? She's a magic.
You secret heroic daughter.
Are you doing a grapple for one of them?
Yeah, gonna grab it.
Uncontested. He's tiny.
He's tiny.
Yeah, I mean, I can roll strength. Let's just see. -2, 9.
What's the grapple? What's the grapple? What's the grapple?
It's just your strength.
Yeah, just
It's strength.
add your strength. One more.
If you get below 9, I'm gonna fight you. I can't.
Maybe she misses.
Forget
Can't mess this
Does
up.
anything get added from rage? No.
Only damage.
For
21.
Yeah, you snatched this little fucker out of the
Yeah,
air.
she's gonna get mad and like grab one of them that like hit her with the
Okay.
stinger, and she's just gonna grab it with like a spine and break it apart.
Okay, you gotta still do damage. So what I'll do is, since you have it grappled, and you've already done your damage, whatever your regular melee strike is, do it double.
Also, Sacred's still wearing the dress
Plus your
from the
strength
wedding.
modifier. Yeah.
Look at like the leg out and
Yeah.
everything.
So do 2 plus
It's sexy.
oh damage. Oh wait, no. It's you said twice.
Mhm. 8 total damage.
What was she rolling exactly?
No, it's just her melee strike.
Oh, okay, so like
So
melee.
double that. Whatever that is, just double it.
Yeah,
So
so
it's 4 and 4. So
8 total. Plus your strength.
+3.
what?
So you reach out in the air, you snatch it, and it's like trying to You manage to like get your like nails just underneath, maybe extending some claws out as you dig into its rib cage, and you just rip and pull it. And it's just laying there with its half body. And just dies.
And she's just gonna turn to everyone and she's gonna be like, "Ah!" Like that.
Like you can hear Zoe down the passage. Sigrid, hurry!
She's gonna turn and just like run.
You run in that direction.
Yeah.
The
Everyone
other
runs.
imps are gonna take attacks of opportunity against you.
Do you have another attack?
Mostly it's tail. That's what the action.
Okay.
Dirty 20 to hit you.
Yeah.
That hits.
Yeah.
4 points of piercing.
She literally typed in 4 before you even said it.
And 10 points of poison from one of them.
Actually, I think the physical damage is halved when she's raging, right?
She should be. I think so.
And so if you're raging, then it would just add 2. Yeah, if it's like
24 to hit
poisons
you.
and stuff like that,
Yeah.
then
You have by that.
4 points of piercing, so you only take 2. 8 points of poison damage. Third imp. 20 to hit.
jeez, these imps are.
2 points of piercing. That's after halving it. So I'm trying to do it for you. And then it's going to be 5 points of poison. Last imp. 17 to hit.
Yeah.
17 hits.
Yeah.
What's your AC? 14. Oh, because you don't have your armor. Or, no, you need.
3 points of damage. That's halved. And then
Something's missing on your character. It shouldn't be that
5
low.
points of poison damage. We did make that character on the fly, to be honest.
Yeah.
So you hop down from the stage and you're trying to go out into the hallway, right?
Yeah. I think she can move the rage. She can run faster.
Yeah, check it. Like, I know, for barbarians, like, as long as they don't wear any armor, like, so anything that's, like, not a shield and stuff like that, I think, then it's their, what, dexterity plus, I forget, constitution for AC. Check that.
So the hallway that you're taking goes down like through like the kitchens. So what's your max movement? Okay. So you managed to kind of run down the passage. The M's kind of saying, "Hey, what are you doing? We're having fun." And as you kind of like push the doors open to kind of like head into the kitchen, you feel the presence of these 2 other imps suddenly appear next to you. 16 to hit. Does it hit? It does hit?
Yeah.
Damn, what's his armor? Since they're sneaky on you.
That's why I'm kind of curious, like, why it's so low.
13 points of piercing from one of them. 3 points of poison. Ooh, 24 to hit.
Wait, how many imps are there?
2 of them went invisible.
Oh.
18 points of piercing damage. But you gotta do half that. Last one too, so don't forget. Okay. So 8 points.
Half of 18?
Yes, takes
That's 9.
9. You only take 9. And then 4 points of poison damage. They see you kind of like coming up to them.
What's your AC real quick?
like you're running like towards the door. As you push the doors open, they reach out with their stingers and they like stab you on either side of your shoulders. And when you look up at them, they're just like, "Did you forget about us?" And you continue to run, right? Because you're moving further out of their range, they're gonna attack you. 22 to hit.
Trying to make sure I didn't miss something on her character here.
4 minus 2, so 2 points of piercing damage.
That's probably why you didn't really bring up a lot of those stats.
And 7 points of poison damage from one of them. This one's gonna miss altogether. So you continue down the passage, you push another door down the hall of the kitchens, and what you find yourself
I can't
in,
find anything in there I need to adjust.
what you find yourself in is what looks like a little rec room where like maybe some of the kitchen staff were working. At this point, it's completely clear except for a long trail of blood that kind of goes down and through one of the doors and down into the main hall. You recall that this section is where like the guests sit and stuff like that. So that's the end of your turn. We go back to Godfrey. Godfrey's leaning down and getting ready to take a bite out of you, Edward.
Yeah, it's Godfrey's turn now?
Yes.
Oh.
So the Eriness basically like foregoed her turn and gave it to Godfrey so he can take her turn. She doesn't get her hands.
Okay.
So it's gonna go in for a bite. 15 to bite you. Kind of move out of the way, and it kind of reaches down to kind of try to grab you with its claw. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Okay.
Pretty good. Okay. 12 points of slashing from its claws.
Okay.
You also notice that some of its scars, or his scars, begin to kind of recede. And Jada, floating above you, she says, "Oh, I'd love to stay and watch you just get absolutely destroyed. But I think it's time to go visit my father. Show him the woman I've become." You can hear more screaming down the hallway as you can hear Ona shouting. And outside, you guys hear more of the crashing noise of like some monstrosities clashing. There's like the sound of like heavy footsteps. As something gets destroyed outside. From the other side of the door, you see that there's like flashing of light, and you can hear like Eris kind of shouting, "Get away from the door, you bastards!" There's some more chaos going on, like from other parts of the castle. But we go back to the top of the order.
She's moving away.
Huh?
Jada.
She's still in the same place, so she's about 30-40 feet up in the air right now. Kind of a tall ceiling area where they have like the paintings and stuff on the ceiling.
It seems like the whip she's using is what she's using to control him.
Mm-hmm.
How far is that whip?
Would you make a perception check? And it doesn't count against you or anything. You just want you to make a perception check of it.
Okay.
You're good. Take your time. Do we feel like we're in need of a break soon?
I'm okay. Okay. You said perception?
Mm-hmm.
7.
You can see that this whip that's in her hand it has like a glow to it, but you can't tell like if it's something that's like otherworldly or well, how powerful it might actually be. You just know it's a whip.
How far is she?
From where you're currently prone, remember he's like got you pinned right now. So 40 feet in the air.
How big is this room?
Well, I mean the diameter, like left to right, is like 15 feet wide.
Okay.
The main bed and everything kind of off to the left side, and all the like the decorative stuff, paintings and all that. And then the ceiling extends a little bit higher because it has a big mural on the top that's been painted. It kind of has like this like kind of roundish shape to it.
Okay. Um. um, It still please focus on me, but
You
I'm going to use Eldritch Blast to try to knock the whip out of her hand.
go ahead and make an attack. What's up, man? How you doing?
Full and ready to float.
Well, the castle fall into chaos. Edar's brother turned into a werewolf and killed his bride. Yay! Only to find out that his bride may have been an imposter, and there's actually a devil version of her floating in the air above her old corpse. And the castle and everything has fallen to siege as demons are currently attacking.
I'm rolling for all 3 Eldritch Blast right now, aimed at that whip.
No!
So one's an actual 1. 4 plus 12, so 16. And the other one's a dirty 20.
You do hit her, but she manages to hold on to her whip.
I think at the whip.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Okay.
if anything, she probably, like, smacked it out of the air.
Can it still cause damage to her then?
That's what I'm saying.
Sort of hit her?
Like, the spray of the damage could still spark around and smack her if you want to.
Okay, so. Um, okay. So. I know one of them missed, so. Toss one card. One's a 10. The other one's a 2, so that's 12, and plus 5 on both of them, so 20, 22 total. Wait, did only one of them hit her, or both?
Only one.
Only one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fuck. I rolled more than one.
Okay. Make your correction.
So, 15.
Damage?
Yeah, force damage.
Yeah, I mean, like, you smash into her, or you cast your spell, She seems to kind of whip the first two out of the way. The next one like clashes like with her wrist, and she kind of like shakes it off and looks at you, and she goes, "So desperate." Mind you, Godfrey is still on top.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Actually, should that have been with disadvantage on those attacks, or no?
Don't worry about it now. Remember it for next time.
Yeah, sorry.
So you're good.
Bonus action, manifest echo behind Godfrey. I can only like bring it up like 15 feet from unoccupied space, so
I'm not gonna lie. I looked over and I see Nova's face just staring at me, and she has her hoodie above her head, so everything else is blacked out, just her face. And I got scared, bro. I'm like, what the heck is that?
so I'll manifest the echo, and it's going to come behind Godfrey and try to just
Grapple him?
grab him. Yeah.
So contested?
Sure.
10.
Oh, you fuck me, matron. Okay. So, 13?
I mean, it versus a 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, he manages to get the grip and maybe like loosen him off of you, so it gives you a little bit of freedom to kind of shift out if you need to.
Okay. And where's she going? Where's she going?
She hasn't moved just yet. She's getting ready to
Okay.
move.
And what does it look like outside for people?
Outside the hall is mainly clear. You can still hear the distant screams and the echoes in the passageways. You can even hear from one of the rooms like past the king's chamber.
Mhm.
It sounds like your mom is screaming too. Your mom and your aunt.
I'll use my half my movement speed to get up. What? Why you keep looking at me like that?
Well,
Stop it! No! Staring at Godfrey's like, I need you to get a hold of yourself. This isn't you. That is not Jada. Yeah, that is not Jada. That's not the woman you married.
Go ahead and make a persuasion.
Advantage for anything or no?
You should probably can try with advantage.
Persuasion. Okay. Dirty 20.
Roll a percentile die.
Percentile?
Mhm.
That's the two, like, D10 ones, right?
Yep.
I got the 15. That's the lowest I've ever rolled on a percentile.
You need a 15, sir.
Okay.
This thing, like your echo is like pulling and holding on to this thing's throat, and you can see him like kind of looking at you for a moment, but like that infusion in his eyes, like red and that purple, just seems to kind of like be contradicting, and he just lets out a howl. Does not work.
I guess that's my turn.
All right, we go over to Jada.
Oh, since it did go on my turn there, and I am using like the Luke Garo stats. Do I use any of those abilities I had on there?
I think we agreed everything but legendary, right?
Everything but legendary.
I think that's what we agreed on. It's been a while, man.
Okay. So would I be able to use the regeneration thing?
Yeah. But that's I think at the start of your next turn.
Um,
If you haven't already, go ahead and do it now.
Gains 10 hit points at the start of each turn. Okay, so yeah, so 10.
But no 10 hit points.
I'm kind of just doing it off the calculator, but like the stuff we've been doing.
Okay. Yeah, Jada kind of like seeing this opportunity. You're still prone, but he's not like gripping you right now. So
Okay.
it's kind of like this position you're doing. Like, what are they used like?
I've gotten up and like I'm still standing in front of the doorway.
Well, it takes an action to get up, right?
I think it's half your movement.
Half your movement. Okay.
Well, let me
can go with that.
check.
It's fine. No. Let's keep it rolling. Half a movement speed, and you shift it over to the door. So if that's the case, she's going to. So, seeing you kind of like take position in front of the door, she's just gonna like dive bomb in your direction and just try to fly over you.
Okay. Not action, half movement speed.
Okay.
There's the
Alright, yeah. I mean, you got up and managed to move over to the door. But she's like essentially just diving straight in your direction.
top box.
I mean, she's gonna go through the doorway, so it's close enough where you can try to hit her.
Oh, the fuck you die.
Also, something she did, she used her action.
No,
So as she used her action, those rifts that are kind of floating in the air, you see 6 more imps fly through.
okay. What are you doing?
She's watching it.
Stop. You're freaking me out.
Does Nami make you nervous?
No, Hope is making me nervous. Stop it.
It's because it's Nami.
Yes.
Look, you're just playing with dolls. These things kind of funny.
Dirty 20.
She sees this, obviously. She knows you're gonna try it. She kind of laughs and she does like this like rotation spin, tucking her wings into her,
Okay, so she's over 20 on her AC.
and she like flies overhead and she extends the wings and rises up above the hall, and she looks at you. Oh, pity. I always wondered if you'd be good at that swing. I guess it's all shaft, no go. But she turns her attention towards the exit and she says, your friends are gonna die, you know. All of them. One by one, while you're here, worried about your little pet.
Oh, wow.
Sigrid, the 2 imps that were in the kitchen, they are flying right at you.
You thought you were gonna get away? Still.
You use your reaction on one of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Does a 10 hit? 10 does not hit. 23 to hit. 4 points of piercing, that's after being halved. 7 points of poison off of one of them. 24 to hit. 4 points after halving it. Plus 8 points of poison damage. Behind you, you can hear like cackles and laughs, and almost like they're like bumping into each other midair. As you can hear pots and pans being knocked off tables and off of like upper level, like shelves. And around the corner, you see them like the other imps from before. They're swarming in to attack you. So, another attack coming in. 22 to hit. 4 points of piercing, that's after I halved it. And 3 points of poison. Uh, 13 does not hit, right?
Yeah.
13 does not hit.
It's one reaction for rotation.
11 to hit. Got it. Nice. 12 to hit. Now these little fuckers are swarming around you like little bees, but they're like, they're about this tall. They're trying to grab at your hair and yank at you, and they're like stinging you with their stingers, and they're missing, and you're dodging and bucking and trying to do what you can to fight them off. Have you ever seen that scene in Jurassic Park 3 when the kid gets attacked by the little baby pteranodons? It's kind of like that.
I was thinking of like the ugly stepsisters messing with Cinderella.
But Sigrid, it's your turn.
Shit.
Okay.
21 hit.
21 definitely hits.
14 damage.
14. Yeah, you swing up, you chop off half the wing of one of them, and they kind of like spin and hit the ground, and they're like laying in front of you, like, "No, please, no mercy." Make a dexterity save. Oh, please.
20.
You save as splatters of blood kind of like spew out of it, but you manage to like shield up or like kind of like dodge out of its way. But it's laying on the ground.
And then the cleave says you can make another
And then restop the point.
Probably deadites and stuff like that. Yeah, like it's very heavily inspired. Deadites are like the little demon dudes from Multiverse of Madness. I'm glad they kept that theme of them being like annoying little pricks.
You can make another melee attack.
Okay.
With, cleave. Natural 20, so I got 31
So
on another creature. So
are you attacking another creature? I'll say that one of them like kind of like swoops down like, "Oh no, Billy!" Goes to like take care of him, and then you just like swipe his head off, and the one on the ground is like, "Ah!" You kind of kill another one midair, and they're all just like, "Ah!" What do you do from there? You got the door that leads into the hallway right in front of you too. Like you're right next to it. You just gotta push through and get out of there.
yeah, she's just gonna.
And shove out into the hallway. They're gonna take attacks of opportunity again. At least 4 of them are gonna take attacks. 23. You hurting yet?
90.
So half is 3 points of piercing, 8 points of poison. $13 to hit.
Yep.
And 13 to hit.
Yep.
The last one. 22 to hit. That's going to be 2 points after taking half. And 10 points of poison damage.
Almost to 110.
Yeah, you manage to push out into the hallway. As you do, you see that going down to the left of the passage, you see that there are some doors that have been like crashed open, and there seems to be like chaos going on in some of the rooms. But further down the hall, you know the last room is Ona's. And standing before it, you see Zoe, like, currently engaged with what looks like two shadow demons. Further behind you, actually, no, we'll hold off on that. Let's see.
If this is actually in combo, we shove. Like shove something else.
Yeah.
Like, can I shove one of those?
You shove them back in and let the door, like, swing closed on them? Yeah, you can do that. Doesn't do damage, though, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's probably kind of like the shield
Mhm.
thing that it has.
So you push them back and you make your way down the hall and you see that Zoe is there. Maybe like down the passage you can see some guards engaged with something that you can't see at the moment. So they're kind of fighting and dealing with that. We leave that there and we go over to Godfrey, who actually at the end of your turn, he's gonna go ahead and legendary action. 20 to hit the specter.
Sorry, the echo.
And it vanishes.
Yeah, it's only got one.
So like he
hit point.
swipes, looks around, confused, turns back towards you, and he's gonna like charge forward and try to smack you with his claws. 25 to hit. That's gonna be 8, 10, 12 points of slashing. Yeah, slashing damage. And then make another strength saving throw.
But 22.
You succeed. So you get slashed at and knocked back a little bit. Its second attack coming at you. 16 total to hit. It just kind of stands there and growls at you menacingly.
It's growling at me menacingly.
At this point, like we can kind of say that like you guys are like right there at the door, right?
Okay.
You can hear like Jada kind of like saying more taunts.
Yeah,
And,
I'm ignoring her at this point.
Hugh.
Yes.
I would like you to make a ranged attack.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's no alcohol.
One sec, give me a minute. I gotta load up my thing.
And I want you to do it with advantage.
A ranged attack. You know what? I'm just gonna.
Assume you have that hammer throw thing, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw my hammer anyways. Dirty 20 and a 15. So dirty 20. Or should we do the funny and just have me just randomly appear out of existence as the humongous meteor? I just crash into the ground.
More so, so Jada's standing, like, floating in the air, right? And her back is turned towards the doors of the hall. And she's, like, cackling and taunting Edard as she's watching the two brothers engage in this fight, right? And all of a sudden,
Yeah.
this hammer comes flying through the air and smacks her in the back of the head. She spins midair, dazed and confused. I want you to roll damage. And she spins around and she
Wait.
looks.
Do I have it? Please tell me I have it.
Dun, dun,
Oh,
dun,
please tell me I have it.
dun.
It's just all you see is the fucking hammer coming. All you hear is this. That's it. It's in the side of the head. The Taco Bell thing. You probably have my fucking soundboard turned down, but click the button.
It comes
Flying.
flying,
Roll for damage.
hits her in the back of the head. She spins, bewildered, to look at you standing there in the passageway. And she says, "Have you forgotten what I've commanded you to do? Or have you just lost all sense?"
Fuck you, bitch. So I'm gonna hit her with 16 points of bludgeoning plus.
And this is a magical item, right?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna be hitting her with smite as well on top of that. Like it's on the hammer, so which I believe is 2d6 on top, if I remember correctly. Divine smite. Yeah, 2d8. Sorry. So it's 16 plus another 9 points of radiant damage on top of that.
How much was it total?
So 16 plus
Plus what? 19?
9.
9.
16 plus 9. So in total, it's 25 points of damage.
Yeah, like as your hammer kind of propels and flies right back into your hand, she's just looking at you like, like, "You are my dog. I commanded you long ago to do my bidding. You're supposed to kill his brother!" After he's finished, of course. And if you recall, this was reversed.
Yeah, because I know I was told to kill him. Fuck that shit.
Okay. I'm gonna say that was like a bonus attack to make your entrance. Let's take a short 10-minute break. I gotta pee and all that fun stuff, and we'll be right back. And we're gonna start with your turn, okay? Sound good? All right. We'll be right back, guys. You have to like reconnect it if it's been sitting for too long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Works now. All right. Welcome back. Let's get right into it.
Here we go. The audio now.
Yeah, let me know if it sounds good.
All right, we're set.
All right. So Hugh, you made your grand entrance. You chucked the hammer at this demonic version of Jada, or devilish version of Jada. She's now looking down at you, and she looks pissed. She's, mind you, 40 feet in the air right now.
Talking a lot of smack for someone in hammer throwing me. She's saying.
You're not supposed to be throwing anything at me. What happened to the curse I put upon you?
You're not supposed to be throwing anything at me.
What the fuck?
I got rid of it. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. You a nobody now.
Your body will serve well as a host to one of my minions. You'll see.
Your body was sitting well, yeah.
Shut up. Be quiet. Say that's my face, but she won't, because you will. You would use you. Gotta watch what I say.
All right. Yeah. We can be aggressive. We gotta be a little bit careful.
I know, that's why I say use here. I was gonna say something way different.
Yeah, I can feel it. Gamer word pending. All right, what are we doing?
Going to to yabba dabba eat this thing at her head again.
So, like, I'll give you a visual. From where you're standing, she's 40 feet in the air inside of the hall of the castle. There is a meteor like hole on the floor where something kind of crashed through the ceiling and landed there. It's about 5 foot by 5 foot. It's not very big, but it's visible within the middle. A lot of the table setting's been destroyed in that area. Just beyond it, on top of the stage, you can see Eddard is engaged with a Lucaro, or aka a werewolf, which is also his brother.
Well, I'm gonna throw the hammer at Jada's demonic body thing.
Okay.
Does a 26 hit?
Does how much?
26.
26 definitely hits.
Perfect. Alright, so that is 18 points of damage plus another 8 points of radiant for a total of 26 for the first hit. And I got a 22. Does 22 hit?
It looks like, yeah, it does hit. God damn.
Perfect. For another 13 points damage plus another 10 points, so it's another 23 points, so that's a total of, what, 49 points of damage?
Mm-hmm. And that's a ranged attack, right?
Yep. Because I'm throwing it, and then every time I land an attack, it comes back to me.
Yep, it retracts back. Bing, bing! She's like, amazed that you're even doing this right now. She's pissed off, and you can see, like, her skin, like, it's going from, like, this white, rosy color, and it's starting to turn this harsh red, almost like her skin is being, like stained in that color.
Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot more rolls here. Because I've thrown it, and it deals an extra 2d8 per attack. So actually, I'm going to use that, and then plus the ignition on it, so that's 8d8 I'm going to use on her as well.
Okay.
Which comes out to a grand total of an extra 42 points of damage.
Alright. She kind of, like, wavers in the air a little bit. This last strike kind of, like, hitting her. You can see that it, like, kind of, like, gashed her armor a little bit. Like, kind of split it, and you can see that she's looking a little bit banged up right now. And she...
So I'm going to action surge.
The action surge.
That one hits. 22 hits.
Yes it does.
So that's another 17 plus...
She has an ability called parry that gives her an extra +4 if they hit.
Yeah.
But because it only gives her a +4, it still would be a hit.
Oh, so that means that dirty 20 could have hit her if we didn't use... Oh, fuck, okay.
And plus another 32 points of damage.
32?
32. That's the ignition on it, plus it's thrown, plus I smite on it.
Yeah, this...
So that's an extra 32 points.
Like, you chuck the hammer as hard as you can here now, and when it slams into her chest, you can see the armor on her front, like, split open.
You just see a name tag pop over my head, says let me solo her. just simple. Light work.
She looked hateful, she looked pissed, annoyed, all the words in the book.
Oh, you're gonna cry about it? Oh.
That was such a dick, I love it.
Is that your turn, you?
Yep, that's my turn.
Alright.
And off with a nice gesture of the bird.
She looks distraught now. Like, she went from being, like, angry to, like, suddenly her face falters and she looks like she's a little scared. We go back down into the hallway, and again, you can see that Zoe's engaged with these two demons. On the other side of the door, you can hear Ona screaming, "I'm just trying to get my stuff together. Are you okay outside?" And Ares is kind of shouting back. Ares, yeah, the little fox.
Oh, okay.
And they're shouting back at Ona, "Just make sure that you're fully geared and ready. It's kind of chaotic out here. and we go over to when you had run past the castle gates, Hugh. Just outside, you saw this large, like this huge, um, kind of gorilla-looking creature. It was like all red fur, right? And it was engaged with Fenrir and his bestial form. And they're kind of like going at it and throwing each other around. So you running across the field. You saw that there's like these demonic creatures who are like spawning and like taking over people's bodies. There's wizards out on the main ground who are casting spells and counter charms to keep the soldiers intact and empowering their weapons with magical properties in order to fight back. So they're definitely holding their own quite a bit. So when you ran in, that's when you engaged Jada. There's still more of the fight going on outside, as it seems like Fenrir like uppercuts this thing, and you see a stream of blood just kind of geyser out of the neck out of this creature, and it seems to kind of like fall back a little bit, but it's backing up into the city itself, where people are panicking and running in different directions as they try to get out of its way. You watch as Zoe, Sigrid, you watch as Zoe, she casts a couple of like these like spells that shoot streaks of fire, and it completely just dismantles one of the demons, and they vanish, and there's only one left in the hallway. Up here. So, back to the top of the order. Eddard.
Okay, so I saw you do like that huge grand entrance. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Here,
Good with that. Carry this, you filthy casual.
First I'm gonna do the plus 10 due to the Lucaro abilities. And bonus action, manifest echo.
Okay.
And me and the Echo are going to run at Godfrey again, trying to hold him down real quick. Should I roll for like a grapple or anything?
If you're trying to grapple him, yeah.
Okay.
Strength conception.
I'll roll for both me and.
I'll do it with disadvantage because it's two of you.
Alright. Should I roll for both or roll with advantage?
So he got 20, but with disadvantage, that's 2.
Should I roll for both me and the Echo?
Yeah. Base roll
Would they
be enough.
Would they both be advantage or no? If it's like from.
No, just roll.
Okay. So 8 and then 10.
You both manage to like grab either side of him, and you're just like restraining him as best you can. Mind you, there's 6 imps flying around in the room right now.
Godfrey, I need you to focus right now. Our mother is in danger. Our family is in danger. That is not the woman that you married out there. That is
Make a persuasion check.
advantage or no? It was advantage last time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Persuasion.
At Duolingo.
18. Almost a 20. But,
Roll a
Percentile.
D100, yep.
36.
Huh?
36.
It seems like you're kind of getting through, but then like that flash happens again. He shakes it off.
Okay. Um, yeah, I'm just me and the Echo trying to keep him in that room.
Okay. So you guys are holding on to him.
And I'll use. Um, anything I'll give some more armor and stuff. I'm going to. Wait, no, that's an action button. Alright, use the action. Fuck. Okay. I'm just gonna turn there. Yeah.
Okay. Behind you, you can hear like and two more imps fly into the room, and then you can see that the portals begin to kind of seal themselves, and you can see that these 8 imps floating around, they notice you guys, and they say, "Having a hard time? Maybe we can help." And they kind of like dive bomb in your direction.
Okay.
Jada kind of floating above, looking brutally like battered by your attacks. You. She says, "This is only the beginning, bastard. I'll be back soon enough. If he doesn't claim your lives. Enjoy the wedding party." And she flies straight up through the ceiling of the hole that got broken through the ceiling. She flies straight through it and off into the night. Edward, you are under attack by imps.
Okay.
One of them is going to come at your getting the name. Your spectre, the echo, yeah. 19, 24. And it disperses. Make a strength check as you lose one of your holds. And 11 is what you have to keep.
Okay, so it's 16
You're
total.
continuing to manage holding on. So the next one's coming at you. Don't assume E10 is going to hit. 15 to hit.
Nope.
19 to hit.
That's my AC.
Do we agree that that's a hit or not a hit?
I think that's what we've been doing.
That it is a hit?
I think so.
Okay, then that is
At least that's how it's been this session so far. I don't remember how we.
5 piercing damage.
Five.
Yep. Plus an additional 7 poison.
Okay.
17 to hit.
Nope.
21 to hit.
Yeah.
8 points of piercing. 11 points of poison.
Okay.
23 to hit.
Mhm.
8 points of piercing.
Okay.
8 points of poison.
Okay.
Final attack. $13. Okay, so these imps are flying around, they're jabbing at you with their tails, they're taunting you, and they're really, really fucking annoying. And you can hear Jada say what she says to Hugh, and then she flies out of the room. We follow up with Sigrid. Sigrid, you got a shadow demon ahead of you.
Hey, you never know.
She's gonna tell Zoe. I'm trying to get to that voice.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Just think Sigurd Roig's daughter. And that's the best way to find a voice.
She's gonna say, boy, watch out! And she's talking to, she's gonna be mine.
Okay. Okay.
And she's gonna tell her to watch out, and she's gonna grab the great axe, and she's gonna chuck it up the.
So, a ranged attack. Is it a magical weapon?
It's no, it's just a double-sided regular.
Is it a regular one?
Well, it says great axe actually. Is that?
Is it the purple thing there?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't think there's anything magical about it, but yeah.
Okay.
Would that be strength? Because she's chucking it.
Yeah. So it's a ranged attack. Use your strength.
Strength or dex? Oh, yeah, I think it'll still be strength. Dexterity, what? Right.
Dexterity. Yes, you're right.
Roll your dice. You have the dice right there.
I don't know. Sometimes they'd be like.
It was the same exact thing. Never mind. It was destined to be.
So you throw the axe. It wasn't an at one, was it?
So.
It does one of these.
4.
So it flies through the air, and the axe end kind of goes right over Zoe's shoulder, and the demon kind of sees it and just turns his head, and it slams into the wall. And the demon looks at you and goes, "Wow, that was impressive.
And then use
Can you
it.
do it again?"
I thought you were gonna say it goes. Not right. This character for home like is not afraid of doors, but afraid of her own weapons.
Actions
bouncing
in
back at her.
combat. Oh no, I can't.
What?
That's not a bonus. I was gonna say that's a thought. I have for like
Did it say anything about bonus?
it's just the 2 weapon fighting and then the rage. Ooh. I don't know. So to say it's a pound, but it's only if you're like half your speed.
Did you move at all?
She was running.
Did you move your full speed? How far would that have been for her?
She can go up to
Like 20 feet from where you're standing.
20 feet. Action. Situation. I'm just gonna go there.
Okay.
Just gonna go.
Okay. So just run up next turn.
Yeah.
Perfect. And that's your turn.
Yeah. Can I ready action?
Godfrey is going to try to break out. And since he has companions around him, he's going to have advantage on this strength check.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a contested strength. We have a total of 19.
So,
Yeah, he breaks out of it. This is using his action, by the way, to break free. And kind of like looking ahead, he sees Hugh, and he's going to charge at Hugh. Hugh!
wait, is he moving away?
Yeah, he's moving away.
Try to just. I mean, it's possible to stab the sword through his leg and pin him to the ground.
Using your sword stats as a grapple. So you can use the roll of your sword to make a grapple to kind of pin it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a contested strength though. 17 to beat.
Use the Raven Queen die. 18.
You just make it.
Oh my god.
So he like lunges forward, seeing Hugh as the only target before him after breaking
Yeah.
free from your grip. He starts to charge forth, and you just slam the sword down into his tail.
Because it pierce into him, that is damage.
Oh boy.
So. Uh-huh. That was his leg.
Oh, you stabbed into his leg? I thought you said you were trying to get
I was going for his leg.
Okay, either way. It works.
So. 12. 22 slashing, then 6 force.
$22 slashing, and how much was the other one?
6 force.
So you slam down, this thing like kind of stops all of a sudden, and he's like kind of yanking, and you can see like the sword kind of pull and gouge a little bit. You're using the hex blade, right?
Yeah.
You notice that the hex blade seems to kind of have this shimmer to it now. Like it's almost like reflecting between. It says all white, right?
It was an all black blade with like gray swirls and then dim white light around the edges.
It's kind of flashing between those colors, like exchanging places. So it goes from like that black glow color to suddenly white with the black ichor around it, and just kind of flashes between it as you stab into it. It's been doing this for some time.
Okay.
Having stopped him, he like turns to look at you, and he's gonna take a swipe at you instead.
Okay.
$15 to hit.
Nope.
Fight. $24 to fight you.
Okay. Actually, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
24, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. Okay.
16 points of piercing damage. and 11 points of necrotic.
Okay.
So he bites into you. You feel like that poison kind of traveling through you for a second, but then you just kind of shrug it off. But you feel like that kick inside of you, like it's almost trying to trigger you into transforming. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Second, what am I rolling?
Constitution saving throw.
Uh, 15.
You fail, and you feel yourself transforming.
Okay.
We
Do
go.
I actually turn back, or
Huh?
do I actually turn back, or no?
What do you mean? Are you already in your Lycan form?
Yeah.
You transform.
Yeah.
Gotta be explicit about it. The entire time I thought you were human. In which case, then nothing happens. From there we go over to Hugh. So now, Hugh, what you see is these flying imps. They're flying around within the king's chamber room. Blocking the doorway is Edard in his wolf state versus his brother in his wolf state. And currently, he has his brother pinned in place with his sword so that he can't move. What do you do? There's screams and shouts coming from the passageways as well, as obviously there's other people in danger right now. But you let me know what you want to do. You there? You're about to be skipped.
Oh. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. It's your turn. But like I said,
Okay.
blocking the doorway to the king's chamber is you got Edard in his wolf state fighting his brother, who's also in his wolf state. He pinned him in place using his sword, so that way he can't move. So he's currently held in place currently with up to 8 imps flying around and attacking Edard at the same time.
Okay. I'm gonna yeet my hammer at Godfrey's head while he's stuck.
All right.
Let's see. 31 will hit.
Definitely hits. Yeah.
Oh, you
It's just the Taco Bell like sound every time now.
Yeah.
That's 39 points for the first hit. Comes back to me on the second hit. Does a 23 hit?
It definitely hits. What was the first amount of damage?
39 points in total.
All right.
Because I have ignition on there, I get any range attacks plus my gives me an extra additional 48 total.
Okay.
So 68 on top of my full damage.
All right.
That is 12 plus because she white.
She's supposed to be white.
That's what I'm saying. It feels like an off-brand.
Another 41 points of damage for the second hit.
41.
So 39 and 41. So a total of 80 points total between the both hits.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's rocked by this smack. Both of these hits seems to really daze this guy.
Good. That's the whole. Frank him, John.
And that's your turn?
Yep.
Alright. Back in the hallway. The shadow demon that you chucked the axe at is standing there, and he seems to kind of be expanding his form and encompassing the hallway. And you just see like his eyes kind of split up as like he becomes this shapeless shadow monster. And you can hear it say, "Get ready for this. It's gonna be great." And all of a sudden the door opens and Ona just like holds her hand up and she says, "Fuck yourself!" And you see this light shine forth and just beam across this demon as it just and this this shapeless form begins to regain into this humanoid form, and you see this human like person suddenly appear and just
She's just gonna stand there.
turns to dust.
She's gonna stand like this.
And Ona kind of like wobbles out. She's got her like armor and her like robes on. She's dressed in like her all white with the leathers and such, and she slings her backpack on.
She turns to Zoe.
No language. And Ona's just like, "We got people that mess up. Where's Dad?" And down the hallway, she's so badass. Oh my God, it's so bad.
What would that be for?
Oh.
Your cousin?
You're Edar's cousin, so I guess second. I don't know.
So
Family's
Cousin.
weird.
you see her. She says this, and Ona's like, where's my dad?" Or she's looking at you guys. Where's my dad?
He's family issues.
Okay, so we gotta go help him. And she starts to walk forward, and the opposite way, like where you went, at the end of the opposite end of the hall, I should say, you can hear somebody going, and then somebody like stumbles out of a room. He's like completely undressed, like he'd been woken up in the middle of his sleep, but his body looks like all the juices have been sucked out of it, and he just looks frail and pruny, and his eyes are all sunken in as he comes into the hallway. "Oh, help me!" And he like falls down, and you see three women walk out of the room, and they're barely dressed. These like light silky clothes on them. You can kind of see through it as well.
Covered Ona's eyes.
And you realize that it's Ashley, her friend. So you see the one, Ashley. You remember Ashley, right? She's looking at you and she says, "You have a desire for women like me, don't you? Things can be so much easier for you on our side." And you can see that like she becomes incredibly enticing to you. You feel your body become calm. as you start to listen to her, the other one, her friend, Sasha, she's looking at Ona, and she says, "You look like you need a good mentor. A new mother. Come to Mom." And Zoe just goes, no.
No.
Exactly what happens. She holds her hand out, and the entire hallway lights up. Your vision of these beautiful women before you suddenly, like, you're blinded by it. I want you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Again?
I'm gonna try this one. Okay.
Where are all your dice?
Down below.
Use other dice. You don't need to keep using the same set.
Zoe's like, casts this bright light before you guys, the power of the sun. You can see that these other women kind of like, they grab their faces and they kind of like turn away from you as they seem to be hurt by this, right? But Ona's just looking at Zoe and she goes, "Leave my mommy alone! Please stop it!" She starts like basically slapping at her leg. And you seem to still be worried about her as well. That's your new lover is being harmed by the sun. Let's see. So, more chaos ensues. There's a bunch of terrible things happening around you. We go back to the top of the order. Edard. Godfrey just got himself whacked really hard across the back of the head. And at this point, you have him pinned still. And he's like still trying to like resist and pull and fight. Hold on, just before you actually take your turn, he's gonna try to lunge forward. Strength save with disadvantage.
I need to roll anything?
Yeah, because you're trying to resist.
What am I rolling?
And do it with advantage because you obviously have an advantage here.
What am I rolling?
Strength.
Well,
He's trying to break free
if
from
I'm using the sword, then I probably just use the stats
the
for the
stats
sword.
from the sword, yeah.
Okay, so do I
21.
just add my charisma or the actual, like...
Whatever the stats are on the sword.
Okay.
21 total.
Patron, don't fuck with me. Unless you want to. 21.
What'd you get?
21.
You got 21 exact.
Yeah.
You managed to hold on to him. Like he does like the leap.
9 plus 12.
Like
so
he does like the leap forward, and it just like.
I just kind of push down on it even further.
You're just gonna like stay in that position and hold on.
Let me see if I can do this real quick. I know the imps are gonna start doing something. I'm gonna use my action to cast Armor of Agathis. So anytime they hit me, they're gonna be taking frost damage rather than me taking any hits for that, or at least until it runs out.
Okay.
Bonus action, Echo.
Okay.
As the Echo again is gonna be trying to move to like hold down Godfrey.
Okay.
Roll for anything?
He's already pinned in place, so the next time he takes his turn,
Okay.
then it'll go ahead and do that.
Look over to Hugh. Hugh, we gotta snap him out of this.
I looked at my hammer and I asked it, "What do you think, Wackus Baucus?"
Jesus Christ.
Naughty Wackus Baucus. What a great idea.
Alright. Godfrey, you're still in there. I'm pretty sure you don't want to get hit in the head with a hammer again.
Make a persuasion.
Alright, we're using these 2 dice again. Okay. So, 29.
Now roll a percentile die.
$61.
So you got him pinned. He's struggling, trying to pull away. You have this other echo appear to hold onto the sword. You move up. You're like grabbing at him. You're looking him dead in the eye. You tell him this, and you can see like the look in his eye. It reflects that purplish color for a second, and then it almost seems to kind of, and just his normal eye is looking at you. It's no longer red or infused with any other colors. It's just Godfrey's eyes looking at you, and he just says, "He won't let me go. Hurts so much here. Please, Edard, help me.
Just tell me what I gotta do.
Help me. I don't know. I'm scared."
Does it feel like it's something magical controls him, or is it like just something in his head, like disease? Like,
You definitely have a feeling that he was like cursed or hexed.
right.
So like whatever's happening to him is like not like they necessarily like infected him with anything. It's more so like the Luke Garo form is taking control.
Would you say the Luke Garl form counts as like a disease or poison or whatever?
It's a condition.
Okay. I don't think there's anything to do there.
And he's fighting back. Like you can see it like the strain in his face as he's trying to resist this right now.
Send it with whatever you do right now. Just keep fighting. Break free of it. Don't let it control you.
All right. From there, you're gonna get attacked by the imps.
Okay.
24 to hit.
So it's
4 piercing, 6 poison.
so 4 piercing, 6 poison.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna take 10 frost damage instead. And I don't take
Instead,
anything.
and you take none.
Armor back at this.
So the it like strikes at you, and it seems to kind of get stuck in your skin, as it kind of like sees the tail start to kind of freeze up, and when it pulls back, it cracks, and you can see like little bits of blood kind of spray out of it.
And essentially, I forgot to describe it also, like when RIs happen, essentially was like from the blood of the ones that he's received already, forming like this icy exterior on him.
13's gonna miss.
Okay.
Do they only get it if they do damage? Is it every time they do damage?
Yeah.
15 actually misses. And the 15 also misses. Uh, 16 misses.
Yeah.
20 total.
Hits.
But it doesn't do damage, right?
Not for me.
Alright, so 4 points of piercing plus 6 points of poison
So that'll be another 10.
on it, right?
Yeah.
The other two imps kind of like see this and they're like kind of catching on, and they decide to kind of like go invisible.
Okay.
From there we go over to Sigrid. Sigrid, you are currently charmed.
She can try to break out of it.
Only if she takes damage. If she suffers any harm or receives a suicidal command, she can repeat the saving throw to end the effect on the success. So as of right now, you are under Ashley's charm.
Yeah, I see her getting hurt.
You see her getting hurt by the power of the sun.
She's gonna.
So you can't attack Ashley.
But I can't go through.
Doesn't say anything about attacking her companions though.
It's if it's not the person that's triggered, technically they're free game.
Mm-hmm.
Unless
So you
ordered
see
to
Ona
otherwise.
looking at the short-haired woman and calling her mom. And she has her arms reached out like she's gonna go over to her. Ashley's looking at you and just says, "Gonna do one of these." Like, well, oh yeah, but they got the sun. So you see her being harmed right now.
She's being harmed, but the other two are fair game.
So you know that like the one that's calling to Ona is probably no good.
Yeah, she's gonna.
You assume the other two are evil.
I love you, babe. Oh, fuck that. Let's think that you attack with advantage, but then also it leaves you open to being hit with it. It's good to have, but there's always that little consequence there.
It doesn't give me
Is it? Infectious Fury.
I'm just curious.
When you hit a creature with a natural weapon while you are raging, the target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw, so it would have to be a DC 15 or suffer one of the following effects of your choice. Target must use its reaction to make a melee attack against another creature of your choice that you can see, or it takes 2d12 psychic damage. Jesus. That's a special, so. So if you want, like, if you attack and you hit them, then you can use that. to essentially deal bonus damage or cause them to do something else.
Even if I do one plus.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's actually just something you add to it.
I'm gonna do 4 plus.
Everybody else is gone. Who was running on?
Goes to
You can do, I'm gonna do it. But first you can do the 4 plus. And I'll do that.
So you got to move from where you're at. And they are 50 feet from where you're trying to go. You gotta close the gap. They're all the way down the hallway.
Okay, I can. I can like back over.
and I think that would use up your action. Unless you have a bonus. Yeah.
Part of the bonus action.
As a bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah, do that. So you can essentially move up to half her speed and then move the rest of the speed. With, I think regular. Like, is that how it works?
Okay.
I think.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'm going to, yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Do my normal and close. She's going to go like that and like try to pierce, grab this part.
Okay. So you're making a grapple?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Jugular.
I'll try to speak up.
It is 69 for dexterity. Saving throw.
For me, it keeps pausing every time we come back from like a break.
It's a weird reception in here.
Yeah.
Like it's probably playing correctly,
Yeah.
hopefully.
It's still got sound and
Playing,
everything.
but you never know. A 6 to hit?
That's just the one thing.
Are you rolling with your die or are you using that?
I'm rolling my die.
What'd you roll?
About 4.
+2.
It's a strength or dexterity.
Never used the one that's highest, but with a low roll like that, I don't think you're gonna be able to hit. Like she sees it coming and she just kind of like dodges it aside and looks at you and says, "What's the matter? Did you want me to charm you as well? You're so greedy." And the other one's like, "You probably want all 3 of us, don't you?" Perhaps you can be one of us. You'll have plenty to go around. And they all kind of laugh in unison, which is real creepy. So that's your turn. You go over to Godfrey. Godfrey's like shaking his head. He's trying to like break out of this.
Yeah, he's got a sword through his leg.
I'm gonna try to roll properly.
Is the pain from the sword being through his leg helping him out in any way?
What?
Like,
Like you can hear him like kind of like talking to himself.
Yeah.
And every once in a while you can hear like a control. I have the strength given by my master. You are no longer me. And Godfrey's like fighting back, and you can hear his voice like fighting through it. I've always been in control. I am a stone maid, and this is my namesake. You obey me. And you see like the receding of like the fur kind of like fall off of the skin, and you can see him like kind of grabbing himself as he kind of struggles physically, and you see him start to shrink down, and he collapses, kind of crawling his way forward. So as the sword has like. At this point, I would assume he pulled the sword, right? Like you fucker.
I
You
mean,
see him turning back to himself, like.
would I do that? When it's on
Yes,
my
you
turn?
would.
Not on my turn.
It's fine. It's
Okay.
cinematic, bro. Like, you can make some exceptions.
I just have to ask first.
You're
before
good,
doing
you're good.
anything.
You see him turning into himself, and
Okay.
he pulls the sword, and blood dripping and spilling everywhere. And he like crawls forward, and he kind of like lays on his back, and finally like transforms back into Godfrey, all naked.
Dope.
And he's just laying there, and you see him like heavy breathing, scars all across his body. You can see the wound on his like the side of his leg start to kind of recede as he's slowly healing.
Okay.
And he like kind of looks up at you, and when his head like turns, you notice that his gaze falls upon the remains of Jada, and her head like laying there, looking kind of back at him. And he just passes out.
Okay.
Hugh, your go.
Yes.
There are still 6 imps flying around behind Eddard. Godfrey seems to have broken out of this trance and taken control of his body again. He's now passed out on top of the king's, right behind the king's throne. What do you do?
I proceed to throw my hammer at the said imps.
Okay. Shuck it!
Yabba dabba doo. Well, first one's gonna get a 33 because it's a nat 20. So that's 20 points plus. Would I double my 68 as well, or just one of them?
Double? What do you mean?
Because on my jet, when I hit ignite on it, it adds an additional 2d8, and then it also that's for the ignition, and then another 2d8 for my range attack, so that's 48 on top the initial damage on it. So would I double that as well? I'm just supposed to smite us for that?
Yes.
Okay. So that was shit. What did I roll the last one with? So it was 20 points of damage plus that, which adds another 30 points for that, plus the 2 smite. So you're looking at 50 points of damage to the first imp.
You
I'm
asked.
assuming he's dead.
Yeah, he explodes as this hammer hits him. Now, as it kind of like,
And then,
as your hammer flies through it and destroys it, right? I want you to make a strength check as 2 imps kind of appear midair, and they seem to grab the hammer as it's going to go back towards you.
14 on that. If I look at
They both got 14s exactly. So they managed to hold your hammer midair.
well, that's nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a different hammer.
It goes to fly backwards, and they appear, and they're like,
Well, I'm gonna throw the charge, because I have both on me. That's also a 32, which is a nat 20.
To smash one of them, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Gonna go ahead and delete one.
That'd be 16 points of damage from the one, because the force isn't nearly as strong.
16 only?
Oh wait, shit, plus my other 2d8, because every 2 minutes. On it. So 16 plus another 12, so 28 points of damage.
Oh yeah, that absolutely obliterates one of them, causing the other one to lose its grip. And yeah, it's gonna fly right out of his hand as he watches his and it flies right back at you and you get it back. Huh?
I hope it was traumatized. I really hope
Absolutely.
it
It does look, it looks pretty traumatized. Maybe it's never seen this kind of violence before.
Good.
As that goes back to your hand, we should be going into the next order, but I think I'm going to pause here. Do all of you have inspiration?
I do not.
Do you have inspiration?
Yes.
I also haven't been healed from the last time we played. I'm still at 37 points of health.
Jesus. I would think that you probably had
Like
healed
remember
by this
last
point.
time.
I think you probably would
I
have healed by
don't think
this
it
point.
did. I wasn't sure. So
Because when it's grayed out, that means you don't have it.
But
So,
did it.
Edard, since you're the only one here who has inspiration,
okay.
you have a choice. You can spend your inspiration right now for a miracle to happen. But you have to roll a 50% or higher.
So what you're saying is almost like a divine intervention kind of situation,
Mhm.
except 50 or higher. And what's the other option?
Can I help them
I
with
just
this
narrate the
throw?
ending for now.
Can I help them with this throw?
This is more so like a
Some
chance,
sort of-
a roll of chance. So it's not anything that anybody can help you
Okay.
with. So if you had inspiration, I'd offer it to you too.
Oh, fuck it. Why not?
All right. Now, if you fail,
Uh-huh.
the opposite will happen.
I'm gonna come
How severe could this be?
Thank you.
88.
Okay. So,
Awesome. So everyone knows that that's what, I'm not sure if you can see it, but trust me, it's 88.
so you charmed and falling for Ashley's BS. The other one seems to kind of tap into this and start to charm you as well. And she says, no more fighting. No more serving a house you feel you don't belong in. You can go on about your way. Forever indulging in your pleasures. Okay. We can all be mummies still. Right? And she goes to like touch your hand, and an arrow flies through her hand and it explodes. And the imps standing around or floating around you, Edard, they go to sting you with their attacks, and 3 more arrows. And standing at the end of the hall, you see LaFay Silver with her bow and arrow drawn. She lowers it down, and behind her, her sister.
And I forget.
And her husband as well, who shot the arrows down the hallway to save Sigrid.
When I heard explosion, I was like, oh.
Oh.
And and stepping in behind them, you see Aurelia with her sword drawn. Finally, we get to fuck some shit up. And mind you, she's not even in her armor. She just has her sword. And she's wearing a nightgown.
Oh god.
Oh.
Oh god.
And with that, we will
Oh,
end.
see, to me, that's more intimidating. That's way more intimidating.
I mean, it honestly is. Is she bloody? Like, just blood?
She's covered in blood.
Yeah.
Hell
Her
yeah.
hair, she's got like that sweaty, after sex hair, which like completely messy.
Nice.
And she's
Nice.
like looking around. Her makeup is smeared. She's just a hot mess right now. But she looks still drunk and very happy to be fucking some shit up. And she says, "Who's next?" And that's where we end tonight's session. Next Saturday, we will pick up once again, aiming for 7:30. Hopefully, we can be there at least by 7:30 or 8. You down to? All right.
Yeah.
Keep me up to date if
Yeah,
something.
yeah, pretty quick.
Yeah, no, just keep me up to date if something changes or happens, okay? So that way we can know what's going on. But as far as I know, next Saturday, we'll see you then, everybody. Log out. Manly, turn it off.
This is awkward. We're still on the air.
Do a cat dance. Do a cat dance.
Oh.